Hello everyone, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and today I am going to be reviewing another deck. So this deck is the Angelic Oracle by, hopefully I'm saying this correctly, Valeria Menozzi and Rossano Stefanin. And this is the La Scarabo. This was sent to me by Llewellyn to review. So thank you guys over there. And I really am impressed by this deck. I'm going to tell you right off. This, the little things that please me. All right. So this has this little ribbon in the back. So you can just pull out the deck. Again, it's the little things. I just love it. All right. So first and foremost, I'm going to get out this book. It's in several different languages here. And I was really impressed with this. You guys, if you watch my previous, can you see the book? If you watch my previous reviews about decks, I always say, I don't typically read the book, which is terrible because these people put all the effort into writing them. We should, out of respect, get in there and read it. But this was really, really well written. I think you'll enjoy it quite a lot. So here in the table of contents, it says it's in English, Italiano, Espanol. I don't know why I'm trying to like put accents on this. We'll just stop that right there. Francais, maybe one more. Portuguese, and I don't know what this last one is. I don't know what it is. So yeah, let's see here. I hope it's okay with everybody out there. I'm just going to read just a couple of lines from this so you get a flavor of how this is written. So it's Angelic Oracle. This oracle aims to make us experience how angels may manifest themselves in our lives and help us to perceive their influence on a person's existential path through life. See what I mean? Furthermore, this oracle is not based on any religion or any specific belief system. Listening to angels and angelic energies is something that should not be restricted. This is what I love. I love how this is put. Should not be restricted by any name or discipline. That's so beautiful. In other words, this oracle does not speak to reason, but to the soul. And that's the kind of thing that you get as you go through and read this. And the other thing that I love about this, the pages are sort of like that waxy, not waxy, but you know, does that make sense? Like a waxy kind of page, which is just nice. And then it goes through and explains the deck. And this would be a deck, and you'll see here in just a moment why I say this. This would be a deck that you would kind of need to study the book a little bit because there are no words on the cards whatsoever. So we'll get into that. As I said, we'll explain that a little bit more. But there is a little bit of an explanation for each of the angels and how they're represented and the colors that are on the cards and what those represent. Let's see here if I can, like here's an example. Angels dressed in white represent the energies that are the purest and closest to the source, and their task is to help our souls to develop. They move on a spiritual plane and we can perceive them through dreams, meditation, and prayer. So, yeah, and then they go on. Here are a few pointers that may help our intuition understand the message behind each card. So what's really nice is that the authors have given you basically a guidebook on what they had in mind, what they were going for, what they had in mind when they were creating the deck. Because this, I don't feel, is one that you could just pick up and automatically kind of know what to do with it. It does have a flavor. It doesn't have like tarot energy necessarily, but you know how tarot, you have to kind of study the symbolism and all of that and have some at least base knowledge of the ancient wisdom behind it. Ancient wisdom, you know, the ancient intention behind the symbols and things like that. I think you're going to have to do that with this as well. So this is all about hitting up your intuition. I want to go through here and see if there's anything else to talk about. I mean, if you choose to get this deck, I will leave an affiliate link down below. It will probably be an Amazon affiliate link. If you click on that, you're supporting me and this channel. The other way you can support me in this channel is by making sure that you subscribe. Thank you. So here's what I mean by this. This tests our intuition because, yes, there is a number on there, and that corresponds to the number in the book. This is a smaller deck. See? I don't know how many cards this is. Does it say? A book and 32 oracle cards. I think someone started a trend of doing 44 cards in an angel deck because isn't that precious? You know, get it? 4-4. angel numbers, all that good stuff. But here we have a smaller deck, And just from a practicality standpoint, you know, if you are a professional reader, this is very important, right? How well the cards slide. You don't want them being too sloppy. I have some decks that like you can't even, they're so slippery, they just go flying across the room, right? Or, you know, they have like the gilded edges, which is a really beautiful thing, but those wear away and then the deck starts looking a little, you know, whatever. And yeah, these don't have that. It is complete art around the entire card. The slide is good enough where they're not going to stick on you, because that's the other thing that you have. You have like decks that just, you cannot get them shuffled. And this deck is small enough. I don't do that whole like playing card shuffle thing. I've never really done that, but I guess you could do that with this if you wanted to. And it's a little bit glossy. Let's do the lamp test here. Here's one from a different deck. There we go, and that's straight on. So you can see this one over here is glossy. This one's glossy too, but it's not bad, actually. So if I were to just naturally like, hi, it's Michelle Patterson here, blah, 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 here's your angelic message, it's not terrible, right? So there's a little bit of a shine. It's sort of semi-glossy, if you want to think of it that way. All right, so as I was saying, there are no words on these cards. Oh, there's the glare. There's a little bit. Okay. So YouTubers, if you're going to use this, just be mindful of that. You're going to have to turn the card at an angle or something, which is kind of, I think if you don't have a YouTube channel, you may not understand that while we're trying to read, we're having to be mindful and look in our monitor and having to focus on turning the card as well so you can see it. But these are all symbols. And really, again, you can study what some of the angels and the color representations might be. But if you are, I don't need to tell you, if you're an experienced reader or you're a tarot reader or something like that, you're going to be able to pick up this deck and use it right away. No problem. So yes, you can lean on what the book says, but as with anything, as soon as you pick out a card, especially if you're reading for a client or for a general audience, you'll want to see what image draws you in. So this card, for example, we have an angel that's dressed in blue, but what's hitting me is blue and white. Okay, that's the first thing that hits me. You see the blue and the white, the sky, this angel is wearing blue and white, and now we have what looks like a bride and groom right there. So if I'm reading for a general audience, I'm going to notice there's something about partnership, but it isn't just like two people that could potentially be business partners. This is pretty specific, right? That's a marriage, right? That is two people committing, and then I'm, being drawn into what I'm interpreting in the moment as like a rose garden around here, and there's white, so there's this sense of purity. This could indicate like something very divinely orchestrated happening and bringing people together, right? So if you are a new reader, you're just getting your footing and your confidence about, well, what I see here, just practice with it. Practice for yourself. And as always, when you're reading, the whole idea is to see the symbols, see the colors, and see what you feel, right? That's what you're supposed to be doing with it. So you could use this. It would work for you, certainly. Oh, interesting. Oh my. Oh, interesting. Okay, hang on. I'll share with you in just a second. I swear. The artwork is really, I didn't see these two cards. So let's start with this one. This one looks like the angel is, is that going to focus? Is it going to work with us? It is not going to work with us. Okay. Okay, lens, whatever. Anyway, looks like the angel's like holding someone who's dying. Now that could be really profound for somebody, and it could be a profound reminder that we're never alone when we cross over, and it's not truly a death, but rather a transition. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. And there's like shadow on the edge of the card. It's almost as if this angel is pulling this soul out of the shadows. So it doesn't have to indicate a death. See how I'm reading it? It doesn't have to indicate a death, because now I'm letting that trigger my feelings, and it feels like it's just resurrecting almost. Maybe some people resurrecting from an old way of life, from an old way of seeing things and trying something new. Now in this card, These were back to back, all right? So being lifted out of your sorrow, being lifted out of a bad situation. And here's what would be the resurrection card right there. You see how this is working? So if you aren't intimidated by the fact that there aren't word cues and you're completely comfortable with even sitting for a moment, you know, you read any old way you want. But with these cards, you could really just sit here and look at it and tune in and ask what's the word cue, right? Lots of readers do that. They will channel one word and, you know, write it down to share with an audience. But yeah, I think this is a very, in this case, I really love the book. I love how it's written. I love that this is a completely different approach to angel cards, right? And it is, I would say, a very balanced deck as well. So not everything is airy, fairy, fluffy. You know what I mean? Let me see here. Here, this would be the cornucopia. Can I talk? Hi. Cornucopia and abundance and prosperity. My lens is just not cooperating today. I do apologize if that's fuzzy. It's just trying to get my face in there. Hi. Maybe if I do this. Does that help? Sure does. Okay. Filming by Michelle Patterson. I'll work this out, I swear. All right. So, yeah, again, the one pitfall I could see with this deck, you'd really need to be in a nice cleared space so that your own conditioning doesn't interfere with the reading. You want to do that anyway, no matter what, you know, whoever or whatever you're doing as a reader, all right? But like, for example, this card here, I could see this, put it right in front of my face. There you go. I could see this being super triggering for somebody who used to have to take communion. If you're reading for somebody and this card comes out, you have to feel into what it is for them, you know, and lay down your own bias, right? So overall, I'm excited to work with this deck. I could pick it up and read it, but I want to see, you know, part of the beauty of anything that's written, right, or artwork or music or whatever is connecting to the creator of that, right? So clearly the authors put their energy and intention into this book, so I want to see where they were coming from. So it'll be a nice, interesting little thing to get into this. And again, thank you guys over at Llewellyn for sending me this deck. I'm really, really excited about this. So here it is once more. It is Angelic Oracle by, I keep saying Valeria, hopefully that's correct. I don't know if it is. Valeria Menozzi and Rossano Stefanin. And everything's very, very glossy for your life. There you go. As far as the overall energy, because I feel like someone's asking, does this feel like it helps you really draw in angels? This is not a codependent deck, right? So it's not as if there's going to be like this big profound, like, oh, that's clearly Archangel Gabriel coming forward, and then you're going to make that association. This really does kind of offer you out and says, no, what are you feeling right now? This is just a tool. What is your intuition telling you? Who do you feel coming forward? Right? So in that way, and this, you know, people give way too much power to oracle decks, most certainly. They're just the physical thing to help the human who needs the physical thing, right, to connect into that higher realm. So does it have a strong angelic pull? It did not when I first opened it. Does it when I set my intention for that? Yep. You are the activator. The activator. But remember, you can't lean on the cards to tell you everything. You got to do, you know, you got to be leaning on your own intuition. But I think it's a great deck. I think whether you're a beginner or especially if you've been reading for a while, this might be a fun challenge for you. This might really, and I get, you know, chills as I say that, this could be a really interesting tool for you. Okay, so we're going to leave it there, guys. I'm sending you so much love and take care.